Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most benevolent, the most merciful. Thank you very much for joining, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say Assalamu alaikum to everybody. Peace be unto you. Welcome to the 2021 International Conference on Business Administration. And I will be speaking about something I will introduce to you very, very shortly. Let me just make this bolder and we will get going. All right, I think we're all set now. ICBA 2021. The theme of the conference is learning through innovation and changing dynamics of business landscape. And that is exactly what my topic is framed around. So my topic is lessons from the pandemic, strategic agility, and responsive innovation of organizations or countries. My name is Dr. Adeniyi Damilola Olarewaju. I'm Nigerian, but right now I'm in Mexico. That's my email address, just in case you want to send a message afterwards. What will be my opening remarks, ladies and gentlemen? Let's quickly go to my birthplace, Nigeria, and take the opening remarks from Chinua Achebe, a novelist who wrote Things Fall Apart, 1958. He talked about Eneke the bird. Eneke said, since men have learned to shoot without missing, I, Eneke the bird, have learned to fly without perching. What that means is that as the conditions on ground warrant, you must also evolve in terms of your strategy. So the environment and those hunters shooting at you will determine the strategy of whether to perch or not. That's by Eneke the bird. And that's exactly what we'll be talking all through today, ladies and gentlemen. What exactly is strategic agility? A simple definition is the ability to quickly and appropriately respond to change. Some have talked about different definitions of strategic agility, but I've tried to break it down as simple as possible. Quickly and responsively reacting to change. You could also be the one to drive change yourself, but I'll emphasize more the quick response to change while also maintaining your flexibility and your focus. Don't lose your balance. You must quickly respond to change. And that is exactly what we're talking about. So in the light of the pandemic, which affected every organization and almost every country in the world in equal measures, even though the outcome was not equal, there were organizations that responded in certain ways. Let's look at organizations that had strategic agility. Remember, they responded quickly to the change that was occasioned by the exogenous shock or the black swan called COVID-19. Kroger, Tesco, Walmart, and Dollar General. What do these people have in common? Yes, you may say, well, these are merchandise retail organizations. And of course, there was a surge in demand at that time for essential commodity. But what did these organizations have in common? They realized that a couple of their products were not in demand due to supply chain disruptions. They did not focus on those things. Rather, they focused more on those things that were in demand and employ channels where people could get those things faster through things like online pickup, exploring things like e-commerce and all that. Also, they invested more into recruitment of additional associates or employees to make things a lot more easy for them. Okay, so those were some of the organizations that responded quickly to the pandemic. Let's also look at some organizations that responded quickly. You may think that, oh, well, it favored such organizations in merchandise and retail. Well, let's look at these organizations that are not in merchandise and retail. ArcelorMittal, they are in manufacturing. General Motors, they are into cars, as you may know. And of course, Raytheon Technologies, They're an aerospace, aero defense manufacturing company based in the United States. Now, what did they do? They couldn't really produce steel like accelerometer or cars or aircraft or aero defense systems because of supply chain disruptions. What did they do? They actually responded to what people needed. They went into the production of face masks, face shields, personal protective equipment, PPE, ventilators. They realized that, hey, we may not be able to produce things that we normally do. Let's change our business model. Let's pivot it a little bit and produce things that people do need. Now, what will be the implication of that? If you produce face masks and those things, you donate them. Even if you don't sell them, you donate them to your local community. You donate them to hospitals who need it. You donate it to organizations and non-governmental organizations who need it. And what will that do for you? It will enhance your legitimacy, particularly in your local community. It will ensure corporate social responsibility. And once the pandemic is over, these are a few world leaders, ladies and gentlemen, from Brazil to Mexico to US to India. I'm not going to say what they did or didn't do, but your guess is as good as mine as to their response. Matter of fact, one leader who is not here in this frame actually said, "Oh, it's just a common cold; it will go away. Oh, you can use the you can drink vodka and it will go." Another leader who is on this frame said, "Oh, maybe you will go with the summer. When the summer comes, you know what they say with the weather. Oh, maybe you should drink bleach and all that. Oh, it will go." And they mismanaged it. They mismanaged the COVID in a way that is not too telling. Some other countries actually managed it well. Some of these leaders from Germany, Taiwan, New Zealand to Iceland, Finland, Norway, Denmark. What can we learn from those women who have taken very good care of their countries? You know the woman I talked about and introduced at the beginning, Dr. Muqaddas Rahman. She's the visionary of this. And she has been able to bring her expertise to bear. And I am guessing that due to her drive, this vision will not die. So next year, I'm hoping to personally be in Pakistan. I'm not sure if she will pay for my flight, but I'll definitely pay for my hotel, okay? But if it is sustained, we will definitely have second, third, fourth, and so on of ICBA. Not just that, ICBA should expand from University of Punjab to other universities, not just within Pakistan, not just India and Bangladesh, but Asia and the world generally. So for me, that's the future of ICBA, and it's very important. Hey, for those saying, "Oh, this guy loves women," yes, I do, but there's a gentleman who has also contributed to making this happen. With Dr. Rahman and Dr. Danish, I know the future of ICBA is in safe hands if they continue to work hard at it. My final thoughts is from a gentleman called Imran Khan, one of the best cricketers in Pakistan. I'm not exactly sure where he is right now, because you know I'm lying. He said, "Never give up, no matter how hard life gets, no matter how much pain we feel, okay? Pain will eventually subside. Nothing remains forever. So we must keep going. We must never give up." That is the message to ICBA. That is the message to organizations. That is the message to you, dear students, participants, and all attendees. We must never give up. COVID may bring us down. Oh, the pandemic, non-market events may bring us down, but we must rise up and respond to things in our environment. And just like Chinua Achebe said, Eneke the bird, since the environment has learned to shoot arrows of pandemic at us, we must learn to fly and avoid such arrows and stay on our feet and never give up. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. I appreciate every one of you, okay? And you may connect with me. That is my LinkedIn page. You just search with those names. You may connect with me, and I'll love to have feedbacks from you. Thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum.